Hello students and welcome back to Mechanical Engineering Practice and Graphics. This week we will be covering the chapter 15, working with drawing views, the second part. First, let's go and check the schedule for our semester. In this week, we have the homework number 10 due by Sunday at midnight, as it is usual in this course. And then on Thursday, we're going to have the quiz number 4. Again, I will provide the parts necessary for this quiz. We will be doing an assembly. You will find those files in Blackboard on Thursday at first hour of the day, and then you will have the entire day to submit the final assembly. Remember, you only have that day, and late submissions are not allowed unless you have a proper excuse. Those two are the deadlines for this week. You have also this week to continue working on your final project, to put everything together in a final assembly. Please be working as a group, not as individuals. Since next week on Tuesday, we're gonna meet in WebEx. I'm gonna provide the link to you in this slide. Uh, so you can show either your poster or your PowerPoint slides. And so you can be able to showcase your final assembly. Also, in 2 weeks, on May 3rd, Tuesday, May 3rd, we're gonna have the final exam. It's gonna be during the entire day. I will provide same thing. I will provide the parts to you at the first time of the day, first hour, and then you will have the entire day to submit uh, the work that you have to do for that final exam. Please mark these important dates in your calendar, the final project presentation next week and the final exam in 2 weeks, and the quiz number 4 on Thursday this week. As I said, the final exam is going to be on Tuesday, it's on May 4th actually. Yeah, it's on May 4th. Files will be available at first minute of the day and you will have the entire day for finishing that. And no late submissions are going to be allowed. So please just focus and have this date in your calendar. Set the reminder in your cell phone or via email. Then the final project presentation is going to be next week. Each group is going to present their slides or poster. We're going to meet in this link, which is where I have my office hours. That is going to be on April 27th, Tuesday, next week. Probably you have students from both sections, so you are free to pick in which section you want to present. It is not mandatory for all the group to be there, but at least the people who is going to be presenting. I think that's it for the final project presentation. Remember that for the presentation or the poster, I will be checking these points. And the most important is the final assembly that you do in SolidWorks. That is the final product of what you're doing right now. And then for the entire project, the grading as a group is going to be the following. The presentation is going to be 50%. All these other deliverables, please make sure that you have all of these. It's going to be 25%. And the written report is going to be the other 25%. Now, if you go to Blackboard and you go to our course and you scroll down, you will see that, sorry, in the content, you will scroll down and here is the final project written report template. Use this as a template for your final project written report. That is going to be this 25%. Also, I am highlighting here where the location in Blackboard. And then, so this is going to give you your final grade as a group, but then I'm going to weight two very important things for this final grade, which are going to be this week. I'm going to send a peer evaluation format. So you will be grading all of your teammates because It is usual that sometimes some students don't do as good or don't support their groups as well as other students. So you will be grading your teammates, and then you will also have an individual grade based on your individual part submissions to Blackboard. Remember that for the past 5 weeks you have been submitting these parts to Blackboard, and if you did that on a timely manner, you will be fine for this part. Otherwise, you better start working with your peers so you can have a good peer evaluation. So this is gonna be the instructions for the homework 10. Uh, we will use the same vice assembly that I provided a few weeks ago. Also, if you go to content and then my folder in week 14, you will find that there I have the teammates grading format, which is this Word file. Here you will write your name and then the names of your teammates, first name or last name, whatever you can remember, and then the grades that you're gonna give them. The grade must be a numeric grade from 0 to 100, being 0 the minimum and 100 the maximum. Don't be shy. This is gonna be secret, uh, unless you want to like to socialize these grades in your group. Either way, it's fine. Okay. Again, I was saying that I'm going to provide to you the parts for the vice assembly. Here they are. And also the slides that I'm showing today are here. Also in this same folder, later on the week, you will find the provided parts for the quiz and the instructions for the quiz. For this homework, uh, I will be requiring only the PDF of the blueprint. You will not have to submit the compressed folder or the SolidWorks drawing file. You just have to submit the PDF file of the blueprint. You will also have to submit the grading sheet and everything together in the homework 10. The usual rules apply. Uh, no late submissions are allowed. Uh, please use the file naming convention that we've been using during the semester. And the homework is the following. Uh, we're gonna use the assembly that I provided to you. We're gonna do a viewing explosion, and in that viewing, we're gonna do also a section view, so we can see all the different components. And in this viewing explosion, you're gonna put the balloons highlighting each component, and then you're gonna put the list of parts here in the top. And also, I don't know if you can see here, but also you're gonna modify the the sheet for this blueprint. And again, you're gonna be submitting only the PDF file. Now, for this homework, I'm gonna do the same as we did last week. I'm gonna show you how to do this. You just have to follow the steps. Uh, it should be fine. Now, for this blueprint, I'm gonna use again the A2 landscape option. But first, I will need to open, sorry, I'm gonna copy this location. This is just a personal project that I've been working on. Um, Here you will open the assembly tutorial. This is the SolidWorks assembly file. Everything else are just SolidWorks part files. Because here we're gonna learn how to do the exploded view. I think I already showed this, but that's fine. I just want to make sure that I'm gonna do exactly the same as it is in this example. So you just have to click here in exploded view. Then I'm gonna select this component. I'm gonna move it upwards. This one maybe 60 millimeters. And then we're gonna move all of these components outside. Sorry, not this one. Okay, this one, and these two. And we're gonna move them outside 120 millimeters. Then we click here in done. And now I'm gonna move these two upwards. 60 millimeters. Then done. And this one a little bit more, 20 millimeters, it's fine. Now I'm gonna move all of these components down. So I'm gonna start with this one. 70 millimeters. Then we have these two parts. Probably like that. So 80 millimeters should be fine. Done. And then we have these two screws. Done. And then the other four. This one I'm gonna use 190 millimeters. So here we have our view in explosion. I can just click OK now. And then I'm gonna save this file. Since this file is an older version, it is asking me to update this to a newer version. So I'm just gonna save all. And then I can go back to the blueprint. Okay, in this blueprint, I'm gonna insert the model. This is the assembly tutorial. First, so here I'm gonna use the default reference configuration. I'm gonna use the exploded model as we have it in the assembly file. I'm gonna use a isometric view. This view, I'm gonna place it on here. But then for this one, I want, let me see in the example, I didn't use the hidden lines. Here I'm gonna use a custom scale. I'm gonna use 10 2.11. I think this is a good size. So I'm gonna move it down a little bit. Now if you can unclick here and you will see the assembly not as an explosion, just like that. In this case, we want it as an explosion, and actually I'm going to move it a little bit to the right. Then OK. And then I'm going to add additional views for this one. Maybe a front view like this. In this case, I deactivated the exploded version of this. Um, Again, I'm gonna use maybe a larger scale, and that's it. Okay, maybe I'm gonna modify this scale again. 5 2.4. Maybe that one is too large, so this one is even larger. Okay, so 21 2.20. Yeah, I think this one should work. But actually, okay, I'm gonna do the projected view here. And actually, I'm gonna delete this one. Now, on this one, I'm gonna create a section view that is horizontal, goes all the way through the center. And I'm gonna place this one here. All right. So this one seems to be a little bit too large. So I'm gonna do 31 or 30. It's still too much. So 101 over 100. Yeah, and then I'm gonna move this one. So here we have the section view that we have here on the top. I'm gonna move this one down a little bit. And then in the sheet format, I'm gonna modify this one by right clicking the format and then edit sheet format. Here in drawing, I'm gonna write my name or my initials, LJK354, and then the date, 04/1921. Okay, and then I'm gonna exit by clicking here. And now, what we're gonna do is in the Annotation tab, we're gonna click here in Balloon, and we're gonna start adding balloons here. So this is gonna be 1, this one is gonna be 2, this one is gonna be 3. Okay, this is the 10 actually. And there I'm just adding balloons for each component. I only need one balloon per component. So since these two screws are the same, only one balloon is fine. The same for this one, and these two as well. And also these 4 screws that we have here on the bottom. So that's it. I can just click OK. And then here in tables, I'm gonna add the bill of materials. And I'm gonna place it. So I need to select the component and then click OK. And I'm gonna place it here. Now you can delete this column. And then we can move this one around. So we have the item number, the part number or name, and then the quantity. And that's our blueprint for this assembly. Now, here I'm gonna save this as a SolidWorks drawing. I'm gonna do that here in maybe in class tutorial. It's gonna be a drawing, and then I'm gonna save this as a PDF by clicking here, and then I'm gonna use L2 LJK354 homework 10, and then save. Now if I go to that folder, I will have here my PDF, which is gonna be this, and then I will have to submit that PDF and this grading format to Blackboard. Alright, I think that's it for this tutorial. As you saw, the assignment for this week is very short, actually. You just have to open that assembly file, do the explosion, put that into a blueprint, add the balloons, add the section view, and add the list of parts. Also, remember to modify these two boxes down here with your name and the date. And that's it. Remember, on Thursday, we're going to have the quiz. Next week, we're going to have the presentations. And in 2 weeks, we're going to have the final exam. Thank you very much. Good luck. See you next week.